And the protests in Los Angeles sparked by immigration raids continue for the third straight day. Security forces clashed with protesters as National Guard troops deployed by President Donald Trump fanned out across the city. The U.S. military said 300 guardsmen from the 79th Infantry Brigade Combat Team had been sent to 3 separate locations in the greater Los Angeles area. Police and protesters confronted each other on nearly a They confronted each other near a building where California National Guard troops are deployed. U.S. Northern Command confirmed 2,000 National Guard troops had started deploying and that some were already on the ground. Tear gas was fired at protesters in Los Angeles on Sunday when some demonstrators moved close to National Guard troops and shouted insults at them. The confrontation broke out as hundreds of people protested in front of the Metropolitan Detention Center in downtown Los Angeles, where several of the newly arrived National Guard troops stood shoulder to shoulder behind plastic riot shields. Video showed uniformed officers shooting off the smoke-filled canisters as they advanced into the street, forcing protesters to retreat. Minutes later, loud popping sounds erupted again as some protesters chanted "Go home" and "Shame." Trump, who has made clamping down on illegal migration a key plank of his second term in office, vowed that the troops would ensure very strong law and order while appearing to leave the door open to deploying soldiers in other cities as well.
Well, we're going to have troops everywhere. We're not going to let this happen to our country. We're not going to let our country be torn apart like it was under Biden.
Trump threatened action against demonstrators who spit on police or National Guard troops, saying they spit, we hit. He, however, did not cite any specific incidents here.
We're going to be watching it very closely. And when they spit at people, you know, they spit. That's their new thing. They spit, and worse, you know what they throw at them, right? And when that happens, I have a little statement. They say, they spit, we hit. And I told them, nobody's going to spit on our police officers. Nobody's going to spit on our military.
Responding to a question about invoking the Insurrection Act, which would allow the military to be used as a domestic police force, Trump said that we're looking at troops everywhere. We're not going to let this happen to our country, quote unquote. Governor Gavin Newsom said that the National Guard's deployment in California, the first over the head of a state governor since the civil rights era, was purposefully inflammatory. He called for rescinding the order and returning the control to California, alleging that we didn't have a problem until Trump got involved. The National Guard, a reserve military, is frequently used in natural disasters and occasionally in instances of civil unrest, but almost always with the consent of local authorities.